I remember there was in St. Paul, there was The Hungry Mind was the name of this bookstore. It was a well-known bookstore for 20-some years. It's no longer in existence. And I remember there was a woman who was the head of the ACLU, Nadine Strossen, who wrote a book called Defending Pornography. And I went to watch to her reading there at the Hungry Mind. And I remember, now this comes from someone who is a kid. Like I said, I was hanging around with gangsters. I was soliciting for prostitutes who would give me and my friends a little cut of the action. And I remember this woman got up and she pretended that her husband had made a prostitute of her, and she was doing the whole Ted Bundy thing about pornography leads to violence
Causes
against
people to
women and this kind
kill.
of shit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And anyway, she's bullshitting and she's berating this Strossen, and so I was the next one up that they called up the question, and I pointed this one. I said, "You're a bullshitter." I said, when I was a kid, and I took 30, 60 seconds talking about my background, and I said, what you, because she didn't know the right terms. She was clearly making things up. There was inconsistency that anyone who's ever dealt with a prostitute, whether she had a pimp, whether it's someone who's just placing ads in the New Yorker
Yeah.
or whatever, knew nothing about it. And I congratulated Strossen on her book, which set things straight there. And it's an interesting book if you ever want to read it. But it's funny because as I was leaving after it was over, Strossen was leaving, and they were like booing and heckling her. And as I left the bookstore, I was heading out there. The girl who I exposed as a fraud, she's like, "I hate you," and she spits on me, and I remember going like the, I was like, "Okay, you just admitted that you're a bullshit," kind of
Yeah.
thing. I didn't even say anything. I just sort of smiled and walked out. But yeah, that's the kind of people. They would probably. Oh, and one of her friends said that I was an abuser of women. That I said I was 6 years old. Don't you think that the 20-year-old girl who was using me to solicit was using
Yeah.
me as a child?
Right.
I wasn't the one using her, you fucking
Yeah.
moron.
6-year-old pimps are a real problem in the Bronx. It's a dark time there.